I can remember a few years ago now, sadly my parents had passed on, and with my sister we cleared out their house in Barry, and obviously it was a sad moment but also quite an interesting experience. And when a big clear out takes place, it's quite surprising what you come across. I came across one package which contained a local newspaper in Barry for 1953, and I had to smile at some of the things in it. In those days, weaver to wearer, or well-known outfitters, were offering a made-to-measure suit for £6 9 shillings and sixpence, and you could get a sports jacket for £3 7 shillings and sixpence. But what attracted my attention even more were the court briefs for the week. No cases of actual bodily harm or grievous bodily harm which adorn the papers today, but harmless traffic offences. One poor chap received a fine of £1 because he left his car in the main shopping street, so causing a traffic jam which lasted for 20 minutes. And another poor unfortunate had a similar fine for driving his car in an anti-clockwise direction around Barry Island Fairground. And then there were 5 local cinemas still in operation, showing such glorious epics as Doris Day's April in Paris and a full-length picture of the coronation of our present Queen. Then tucked away in the same folder was an examination paper which my dear old mam sat in March 1921 for the Sunday School Union. I noticed that she had a first-class certificate for some wonderful answers on things like Peter's denial of Jesus just before the crucifixion, and they were the kind of answers which I suppose would have got my mother a grade A at GCSE Religious Studies today. I suppose today, looking at those details, it was a society of little violence, at least nothing like what we have today, where homes were not alarmed like Fort Knox, where old people could leave their front door unlocked so that visitors could drop in at any time. And if you were in church, what a glorious view of packed Sunday schools where youngsters had a very good view and knowledge of the Bible. But as Christians, we cannot dwell in this so-called age of the past. Neither should we dwell too long on fears for the future. Jesus had an appropriate word when he said, "Don't be anxious about tomorrow. God will take care of your tomorrow. You live one day at a time." So in the present, all of us who are involved with the task of bringing justice and fairness to society, whether we're school teachers, ministers, youth club leaders, local councillors, community policemen, ours is the task and privilege to try to bring order and moral standards to the society in which we live. Sometimes we may feel as though we are a modern day King Canute trying to stop the tide coming in, but the more of us who make the effort to instill, particularly in the young, the good moral principles of the Jesus way of life, rather than abandoning the task, well, then the better. God is on our side.